All right, all right. Hopefully you can hear me. Um, there's been a lot going on in behind the scenes, but we got this webinar started, right? We got this live started. It's kind of crazy because technology be technical, and it's one of the things that you have to be concerned about. During this season as we are selling and things are going, the holiday season is running around. But before I get started with this webinar, I wanted to, or rather, it's live because it won't be long. I just want to give you three keys, right, to create massive holiday profit without breaking the bank, without breaking the bank. And that's the critical piece because a lot of times in entrepreneurship, we're spending a whole lot of money trying to sell things. Just to be honest about that, right? The saying goes, you got to spend money to make money. That's the saying, but you do not have to break the bank to do it. So I definitely want to teach you some really quick strategies to make sure that you do not break the bank during this holiday season. So here are a couple of things that I definitely want you to know. Some of you are probably like, lady, I don't even know who you are and why I should be listening to you. Well, if you're an entrepreneur, you may have heard, and I like to think my marketing is working, but you may have heard I am the money elevation strategist. I'm the chief profit coach at Global Profit Solutions, where we help entrepreneurs like you maximize and manage the profit in their business through actionable planning, heavy on the action, realistic budgeting. We ain't trying to be crazy out here. And then facts, not feelings pricing, because pricing has nothing to do with your feelings and all about the facts. And so that's what we do. I'm an international keynote speaker. I am an Amazon #1 best-selling author multiple times. I'm an annual summit creator, and I have been featured in all types of press organizations, NBC, ABC, Forbes Black. I've received the NABSAC award and all types of different things. But if you know me for 5 minutes, you know that I can care less about all of uh, the to do. I can care less about that. It is the impact for me. It is all about the impact and making sure that we have profitable businesses inside inside these entrepreneur streets. So I am doing a live here just to let you know a couple of things because as we prepare for this season, and let's just be honest about that. Um, as we prepare for this season, there's a lot of things that are going on inside while we're trying to do this, right? So September is here, and you know how this goes. It's like September, and you're gonna blink, and we're gonna be talking about Happy New Year. But in between that happening is a lot of sales. So it's a lot of selling holidays, and not necessarily are your items on sale, but in the sense that you will be selling a lot during the season. Q4 usually for most entrepreneurs is either the season where you make up, some of the profit losses that you had throughout the first 3 quarters, or you're accelerating and you're putting the gasoline on this thing and really moving it forward. And so for me and for many other entrepreneurs, your Q4 is a big quarter for most businesses. It just is because quite frankly, our target market are primed to buy in the season. But that also means that everyone is selling. It also means that everyone has an offer. Everyone has, something going on. And so, you have to kind of cut through the noise, and there's a lot of noise, and cut through the noise and get things done. So I want to share with you three strategies that I use and that I also teach my clients how to use. That'll be beneficial for you during this time of year. So the first thing is what I always say. If you've ever heard me speak, if you've ever listened to me on a live, if you've heard me on a webinar, a class, a training, you know what number one is. I don't even gotta tell you. Number one, you gotta know your numbers. You gotta know your numbers. And I know that that seems like, well, Erica, sure. I mean, I should know my numbers. But my question for you is, how do you know your numbers? Like, are you clear on what it would take to maximize profit? Are you clear, like, how much money you're going to invest into the holiday season? Because everything should have a line item in your business budget. Everything from marketing to sales to team to growth, all of it should have, it absolutely should have a line item in your budget. And so if you do not have a budget already, and just real quick, a budget in its purest form is the revenue that goes into your business, but then also to all of the expenses that go out. Do you have a budget? Are you crystal clear on what the budget is for marketing? And have you used up some of that budget throughout the year? What's left? All of those things, they matter. And so you need to make sure that you understand what your budget is. Get clear how much money do you have to invest in marketing, to systems, because there are a number of things. There's marketing, but there's also systems, right? You need team because fulfillment may not be easy depending on your product or service. And it doesn't matter whether you have a product-based business or a service-based business. Quite frankly, a lot of these principles are all the same. Yes, some things are going to be a little bit different based on your business, but it's all the same when it comes to knowing your numbers. So get clear on your numbers. Understand how much money or do you have to invest in this holiday season. You don't want to think to yourself, okay, you're going to spend $25,000 in an investment, and then all of a sudden, $25,000 investment, and all of a sudden you realize that's not what you have to spend. You may have 15,000, you may have 10,000, whatever the amount is, and it doesn't have to be that large or that small, depending on your business. But it just all depends on what it is that you have, and you just want to be clear about that. You want to be clear about what your budget is and what it isn't, because that is going to help you make those CEO decisions, make those decisions on whether or not you can make the collaboration, or whether or not you can make collaborations, but also to whether or not who you may work with and who you may not work with in your business for the holiday season. So make sure you're clear on your budget. You know what kind of spend you're having. And then the second thing is just making the decisions on what you want to spend on. Are you spending on ads? Are you spending on content creators? Are you spending money, in a sense of or investing money in relationships? So maybe you're investing money with groups. Maybe you're doing collaborations of some sort. Whatever the thing is, whatever the thing is, make sure, right, you're able to be clear on your budget. The second thing I would say is crafting your offer. You need to be clear on what it is you're selling. I know it's Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday. We've got some holidays thrown into there, all of those things. But you have to get overly clear on what you are selling. Okay. What I see a lot of entrepreneurs do is during this season, they have they are selling everything. It's like everything's for sale. And you're going in with everything. The problem with going in with everything is you're selling nothing. The problem with going in with everything is you're selling nothing. Why, Erica? Because quite frankly, people are confused. And confused minds do absolutely nothing. Confused minds do absolutely nothing. They do nothing because they are confused. And so you want to get clear on what you're selling. And I'm not saying that you cannot sell, a multiple things. What I am saying is get clear on what it is. Make sure that it works together, right? So that people are not confused about what they're buying. So, I would say I wouldn't do it from a product-based business. I would make, 2 or 3 things I may sell, but that would be it. And for a service-based business, you have one main offer, and then kind of the same thing with product-based. You may have a downsell, you may have an upsell, all those different things. But you should have one main clear offer so that people are clear on what you are promoting during this holiday season. Okay. And that may change based on the holiday, and that's fine. But during a certain season, it should be your main offer. So if you are in a space where you're like, okay, I'm going to, for the month of October, this is what we're selling. And it's something totally different in the month of November and something totally different in the month of December. As long as you treat each one of those like a launch and you're making sure you're crystal clear on what the offer is, you'll be fine. So make sure that you get clear on that. Okay. The last thing that I will say is marketing. And while I never claim to be a marketing expert, that's not my zone of genius. You want to talk about, profit and money, that is my zone of genius. But you need to make sure that you're clear on your marketing. Okay. And it doesn't have to be totally expensive marketing. Okay. One of the most cost effective ways to market is collaboration. I'm big on collaboration. One of the most cost effective ways is collaboration. So collaborating with people in your space, collaborating with people who maybe you may be the next. And what I mean by that, I mean if if you if you sell a product or service, there are people who obviously maybe you may not sell the entry level product or service. Maybe you sell the mid service. So you may want to talk with somebody who's selling the entry level, and then talk to somebody who's selling the expert level, because maybe you all will collaborate together. I used to sell I used to have a business where I had product services. Excuse me, I had health, beauty, and self care line of products. And so I would work with other beauty lines who not necessarily sold the things that I sold, and we worked together. We used to put together these boxes, and we sold them, and we ended up selling more collaborating than we would have sold separately. And what we sold separately, in previous years. Now I don't own that any longer. But what I'm saying is that sold. But what I'm saying is make sure that you leverage collaboration, and you should be thinking about these things now, because you can't think about collaboration, in November when it's already, a week or two before Black Friday. That's not when you want to have a conversation about collaboration. You want to have those conversations now, right? You want to make sure you're working with people. So start talking to entrepreneurs, because everyone is looking to do something for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Small Business Saturday, all of those things. But you do not necessarily have to do them alone. And so one of the hacks that I tend to use is to collaborate with other entrepreneurs, because they're going to have access to people that you would never know because you just don't have the access to them. And the same for them too. Now, make sure things are written down as clear and all that good stuff. Come on now. Make sure those things are done properly and decency and in order. Um, but I will say one of the ways to ensure to keep your costs down is definitely to collaborate with other entrepreneurs. There's tons of folks out here who are doing some of the same things, and what you'll realize when you connect with me is that I work with other financial experts. I am quick to do that. One, because the world of finance is huge. And so everybody who works in this industry is not the same. They don't do the same work, right? I am not a tax preparer. That is not my zone of genius. You want to talk about budgeting? You want to talk about pricing? You want to talk about profitable planning? I got you, right? But I am not a tax preparer. And so I would probably collaborate with a tax preparer. I'm not a CPA. I would probably collaborate with a CPA because we do different things. And so just make sure that you leverage that as you are thinking about the collaborations you will use for the holiday season. And what does that collaboration look like? Are you all offering a package of some sort? If you're a service-based businesses, are you offering a package of some sort? Are you putting it together for you product-based businesses? Are you all going to create a box like we did? That now we're all selling this same box, and we already know what the percentages are and numbers and all that stuff. Like, what are you going to do? Because you can't just think doing the same thing is going to yield you different results. It's not. That is the definition of insanity. And so think about these things, but all of these things are things that you need to be thinking about now, like right now. I know it's September. You're like, Erica, the holiday season's not until I know, but you need to be processing these thoughts and thinking these things, um, and putting these things together now, because I promise you, it's going to show up It is going to be November in about 5 minutes. And it is going to be November in like 5 minutes. And then all of a sudden you're not prepared. And then you throw up something just to say you're a part of it, but you end up spending more money, sometimes more money than you even made by trying to sell something that's last minute. Let's not do that. I don't want that for you. So if you know or you don't know, if you don't know, I don't know where you've been. I don't know what's kind of going on with you. But if you don't know, I am doing a full on workshop. Yes, 60 days to Black Friday sell out success. And we are launching that. The actual workshop is going to be at the end of this month on September 25th at 7 p.m. There are so many different ways to get involved, but definitely go to profitbpworkshop.com. That is profitbpworkshop.com. I'm trying to make sure I can do both and type and talk at the same time. And well, actually three things and spell because Lord, you know that sometimes it doesn't always work. But there is that. So profitbpworkshop.com, that's where you can access tickets. I am going to walk you through all things for 90 minutes. I'm going to walk you through the all things budgeting for the entire process, right? Do not mess up the budget. You can't mess up the numbers, y'all, right? We do not want to muck this thing up by, by messing up the numbers. You want to make sure the numbers are in order so that you don't leave no money on the table. That is not on my watch. I'm going to make sure that you have a strategy to sell out, right? You have a full on pricing strategy so that you're clear about those numbers. You're going to talk about order fulfillment, how to fulfill the orders, because I've seen where entrepreneurs they go from 10, 20, 30 sales to 100 sales, and then they don't know how to fulfill the orders. And now customer service is bad and your name bad in these streets because, people talk. It just is what it is. They talk. But also, too, when service is bad, right? When things go wrong. And so we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about your systems, the systems that you need to make sure that you have things automated and that they are running without you, because you need to be able to engage and speak with people. What does the preparation process look like? All of these processes and so much more. And to create, one thing is to create long-term customers. What I see a lot of entrepreneurs do is they sell something on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, holiday season, and they don't see them customers ever, never again, because there is no process for that. All about the plan, all about the process. And so we'll be talking about that as well. So make sure you register profitbpworkshop.com, and that will get you access to, which is the name of the ticket, access ticket. And there are multiple tickets there. If you go there, you will be able to see the access level ticket that'll have all of the workshop and those things that I mentioned previously. But if you upgrade, because if you're like me, I'm like, listen, I don't want to miss a thing. I want all the things. Everything. I want it all. Um, VIP Purple also gets you on top of the workshop, on top of the strategies, on top of the 60 days of of the plan. What VIP Purple gets you is order fulfillment roadmap. So you have a roadmap. It's kind of like the GPS. Turn this way, turn right, turn left. Y'all don't heard of this GPS all the time. And so you have that order fulfillment, offer fulfillment roadmap, because we do not want to do all this work, invest this money, and make all these sales and then drop the ball at order fulfillment. You also have a 60-day Black Friday actionable game plan, because, like I said earlier, it's heavy on the action around here. We are not going to just think things through and plan and plan and plan. No, we're going to take action on that thing too. And then you also get a Profitable Entrepreneur's Guide to Black Friday, which is a full on workbook. It is a full workbook for you to do the work, because the first part of workshop is work, right? So we're gonna definitely do the work. We got pre and post workshops, resources to support. So we're not just gonna leave you hanging. We're going to walk you all the way through it, right? Step by step for 60 days. So that is to Black Friday and through Black Friday, to make sure you have resources and support. And then if you want the VIP Black experience, because why not, right? You want the VIP Black experience, you get all of what I mentioned previously, plus full one-on-one session with yours truly, the Chief Profit Coach, where we walk you through. I assess your offer. I do an audit on your pricing. I'm doing an audit on all of those things to ensure you are going to be successful for Black Friday. So we have that one-on-one session, access to the workshop recording, because you may want to listen again and rewind and be like, oh, did she say? Wait, hold on. Right? Because we only retain only 20, I think it's 20% of what we hear, right? So make sure we want to make sure that you have the recording, and then promote your Black Friday offer to our audience. Yes, because now that we've done all this work, we want you to promote it. We want you to win, and we're going to set you up properly to ensure that you do that. And so we're going to allow you to promote your offer to our audience. That means all of the entrepreneurs that are on our email list, our social media accounts, my social media groups. Yes, we're gonna let you promote your offer, and then also too, we're gonna do our exclusive roadmap review session, so that you are clear, you have your marching orders, and you are ready to run in this thing. And so I'm super excited about that. And so that is the VIP Black experience. So definitely go to profitbpworkshop.com, profitbpworkshop.com, and that's where you can get all of the access to your access ticket, your VIP purple ticket, and the VIP Black experience. Do not wait. Do not let this holiday season pass you by, and then you think to yourself, "Oh my gosh, it's now I gotta frantically do something." No, the profit is in the planning. I always say, proper planning prevents poor profit. Proper planning prevents poor profit, and we want to make sure that you prevent that poor profit, or just put some acceleration on whatever it is that you did last year, right? By having a strategic plan, with your numbers in mind. So that's it. That's all. I hope that was good for you. I hope that you learned something and you have some things to take away. You do right now before we even begin the workshop. I hope that everything um that we spoke about today, knowing your numbers, obviously, right, being strategic about how you're marketing, right, and the collaborations and things that that you can come up with to really just leverage other people's audiences and things of that nature. um and then obviously, get having tools to really serve you. So I hope all of that was good for you. If I can serve you any type of way, listen, you already know, message me. I'm always here and around, somewhere around, doing some things. If it's something quick, I got you. If it's something a little bit more in depth, then I'll definitely tell you how to get that done. But like as I always say, it's not about the revenue that you generate. It is all about the profit that you get to keep. My name is Erica Lane, the Money Elevation Strategist, Chief Profit Coach at Global Profit Solutions. I thank you. I will see you in the workshop, profitbpworkshop.com. Talk to you all soon.